In this video, I crash a drone. BoyWonderFPV crashes a drone. We test its angry Karen noise rating and the claims that DeepSpace FPV say that this is two drones in one. And then, in the name of science, we crash it again. This is the DeepSpace Dino 20.
2 inches, 3S, 1203 motors. But let's be honest, nobody cares about stuff like that anymore. What we care about is it actually fun to fly? Let's freaking go. This is the DeepSpace Dino 20. DeepSpace claim that this is two drones in one. They say it can transform from a lightweight freestyle drone into a ducted Cinewhoop. That claim sounds astounding or ridiculous.
So, as you can see, the flight of the DeepSpace Dino 20 with the freestyle configuration and lack of prop guards is pretty electric. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop a little bit of music on over this for you to enjoy the flight without me blabbering on for hours on end. And then after this, we'll take it out with the prop guards on and we'll talk about what the differences are. I hope you enjoyed that flight. For a 3S 2-inch FPV drone that weighs under 100 grams and costs less than 150 quid was absolutely brilliant. But join BoyWonderFPV and I as we argue and try and put the prop guards on.
So we just put the prop guards on. We don't need a screwdriver. We just put them on like that, don't we?
No, that's not how you do it.
No, of course it.
No, that's not how you do it.
Okay, the prop guards are now on. It has taken us a week and I have disowned BoyWonder and I've sold him to my next door neighbour. However, that being said, we're now flying with the prop guards on and there is a discernible difference. I don't know if it's going to come across very well on camera, but it does lose some of its soul, some of its style, some of its panache that it had without those prop guards on. Now, we'll talk further on into this video about that and about other drones that have got prop guards on. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duck me from talking from too much. I'm going to play some more music. You can enjoy the music and we'll talk at the end or towards the end of this flight about what we really thought about it. Okay, so as we come to the end of the flight then, you can see it was very cinematic, it was very smooth, the footage is really, really nice. And for a Cinewhoop, which is essentially what it is when you put these ducks on, it flies really, really well.
The DeepSpace Dino 20, an amazing little drone, but the question is, how loud is this thing? It's a 3S 2-inch FPV drone, and I'm stood in the middle of a field wearing a mask and a hat and a hoodie on a relatively warm day. That's getting me weird looks, but that isn't getting any looks at all. I would say then, based upon that, it probably passes the Angry Karen noise test, but I need to know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you're going to call something a dino, it better survive an extinction event. And what better extinction event than BoyWonderFPV and I at a tree? It's the only way that we're going to know if the dino is built like a T-Rex or a fossil. The DeepSpace Dino 20 is smooth, cinematic, can freestyle, and it can also take one hell of a hit.
Perfect.
So guys, if you're a real one, I've just posted a copy of this picture on Instagram. Head over there, give it a like and drop the comment pre-extinction event, and that way everyone else will know you're a real one.
I've flown for over a decade. BoyWonderFPV has flown for 5 minutes. Who of us is going to enjoy this drone the most? I've just hit him in the head with it. Who of us is going to enjoy this drone the most? Let's go.
The DeepSpace Dino 20 then. After flying it back to back with and without the prop guards on, I've got a few things to say about it. Number one is when you freestyle it without the props on, it feels like a bigger drone. It doesn't feel like a 3S drone either. It's really fun and really enjoyable. Put the prop guards on and it loses that. It loses the edge that gave it the brilliance in the first place. But then you're flying with prop guards, and if you're doing that, you're going to want to fly it cinematically. The only thing I think I can say about it is it looks quite fragile. But the question is, what does BoyWonderFPV think? Hello, BoyWonder.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel.
Welcome.
Yes, I am. Anyway, yes. What are your initial thoughts about the DeepSpace Dino 20?
Well, I don't think it's very fragile because
Wait, what?
I've crashed it 5 times.
You've what? When?
Now. Maybe.
Was that when I was recording?
Maybe.
Right, so you crashed it 5 times.
Yeah.
But there's no damage.
That's because I said it's not fragile.
So the DeepSpace Dino 20 then. It's fun, it's agile, it's versatile, and it can survive a day in a field with BoyWonderFPV. Do I need to say any more?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll shut up then. Bye.
Bye.
So we get to this part of the review and we're going to switch between the field and we're going to switch between the studio and we're going to switch between here to give a holistic overview about this. Now, let's go through the detail now and find out who this is for, whether you'll be interested in it or not, or whether it's just a dinosaur. So we set out today to challenge the claims of deep space to see whether this drone is 2 drones in one. And I've got to be honest, BoyWonderFPV and I have had a great time trying out those claims. And we've tested those claims. And I've got to be honest, they come out on top. Because when you fly this without prop guards, you've got a really nice freestyle drone. Stick on the prop guards and it loses a little bit of its soul. But what drone that has prop guards doesn't lose a little bit of soul here and there? We asked the question, is this worth 150 quid? Or should you take your family out for a nice meal? Well, BoyWonderFPV and I have been stood in this field all day, and we can answer that question with aplomb. The answer is, do we want to go home and take out the wife and the mother, who's an angry Karen, and listen to her complaining all night? Or do we want to stand in a field all day and play with toys? The truth of the matter is, we want to stand in a field all day and play with toys.
Yes,
so,
I agree.
And even BoyWonder agrees. So I think it's an absolute brilliant investment. It's not expensive, and yet it's incredibly fun. Now, I have had a few comments of people saying this is a bit similar to the Mario Mini 25. It's a Mario Mini 25 contender or wannabe, and it's not. And I'll explain why it's not. I hope you've enjoyed this new style of review, first of all, by the way. We set out to have fun and show you what it can do without sitting there listening to boring specs and just having fun and putting the drone through its paces. But this is why I don't think it's a Mario Mini 25 contender. The Mario Mini 25 is a 4S drone. If you look at the PID profiles that they've got, it will run 3S and it will run 4S. The Mario Mini 25 has got bigger motors and it's got bigger props. 2.5 inch versus 2 inch. 4S versus 3S. It's not in the same league, but what it is in the same league as is the Pavo 20 Pro. That's a ducted Cinewhoop. That's a drone that's 3S. And I'll be honest, it beats the Pavo 20 Pro, hands down. If you're a newbie, people will often say to you, get the Pavo 20 Pro, it's easy to fly because it's got ducks. And let's be fair, this drone has also got ducks, as you can see here. But the difference with that is, whilst this has got ducks, when you learn to fly, and you learn to fly properly, and you're a grown-up FPV pilot, you can remove those ducks from this with just 4 screws on each motor, and you've got a proper freestylable drone, and you can learn how to freestyle. Now, yes, you can freestyle with the ducks on. Yes, you can freestyle with the ducks of a Pavo 20 Pro, but it's not brilliant. Now, it's not perfect. There is a couple of points, and I've spoken to DeepSpace about this already. The rubber grommet balls that hold this on are a little bit soft, and they're actually going to update all the kits with a new version, a stiffer, harder version of their balls.
And the reason, of course, for the new balls is because in rolls and turns, this thing rolls like a 1970s Range Rover. Doesn't affect the footage, but it can make you feel a little bit weird in the goggles.
They're also going to update and release a new version of the PID tune as well, because there's a couple of things where it's just not quite right. But all that being said, those are really easy fixes that DeepSpace are going to make, and even in its iteration as it stands today, I think it beats its main contender and shows its true colours, the Pavo 20 Pro.
Well, thinking about alternatives then to the DeepSpace Dino 20, other 2-inch drones that we've reviewed on the channel recently include the Flywoo Firefly 20 and the Rate W20. Now, I actually think this is better than both of them, but for different reasons. The Rate W20 is much lighter and it's less of a refined quad. It's less of a refined drone. The Flywoo Firefly, on the other hand, whilst being a little bit more mature and equal to this, I don't think flies quite as well as this does. I can't quite put my hands on it. It may just be something as simple as a PID tune, who knows. But those are 2 alternatives in the same category that you may also consider, and those are my thoughts on them.
Please like the video, hype the video, share the video, do all that sort of weird stuff that I've got absolutely no idea what it means. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you going to consider one of these? Have you enjoyed the flights that it's done? Have you enjoyed this new style of review? I need to know whether this lands with you, pardon the pun, or not. Because if it doesn't, I'll go back and I'll sit at a desk and I'll just read a spec sheet out to you. But let me know so that I know exactly how I can take the channel forward. Thanks so much for your time watching today. And remember this. One more day. Try it again.
YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most. So watch it and let me know if they're right.